Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. This is Michael, aka Sky's the Limit. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. We are leaving the cold climates of Minneapolis and the state of 10,000 lakes and heading to some warmer climates down in New Orleans. Flying the 737-800 tonight. Glad you could join me for the live stream. Just got our pre-departure clearance from Minneapolis Center. We will have ATC the entire trip down tonight because it looks like the whole middle of the United States is open for business. This is Delta1626, and again, this is service direct to New Orleans from Minneapolis. Sitting at the gate, just getting a few pre-departure things taken care of right now, and we'll start boarding the passengers pretty soon, and we'll get the flight started. See, sim brief. Let's see how many passengers they said. 129. Forgot to jot that down when I was doing the flight plan earlier. So we are scheduled to depart on runway 30 left, and it's going to be the Rochester 1 departure, and straight south into New Orleans. It'll be the Thrasher 1 RNAV arrival, and we'll be taking the ILS or the localizer runway 11 is what we're expecting. So we're just getting a few things set up. In the cockpit, we don't have any speed. Okay, for runway 30 left and 30 right, it's going to be a 220 heading clockwise to 360, and we need to be above 3,500 feet crossing out of the D7 MSP area. So it's going to be a right turn. We'll verify if it's a right turn. For right now, we'll just put a 220 heading. And pre-departure clearance. Maintain 7,000 feet. And expect 350 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is going to be 133.40. And expect 30 left, contact Minneapolis. Well, looks like Minneapolis has gone offline unless they're changing out. We'll play it by ear. We'll see if Minneapolis Center comes back online or not, but we may be solo for the first part of the flight. Well, that sucks. Squawking 3002. Go ahead and squawk ident. The only speed restriction on the arrival is crossing is it Trash? Trash 1, I guess. I thought it was Thrasher, but it's the only speed restriction I see is 250 knots and 11,000 feet at Trash, Tango Romeo Sierra Sierra Hotel, Rayop at 4,000.
Morning.
And then we've got Voodoo, Turtle at 4,000, Mudbug, Mike Uniform Delta Bravo Golf, and When Up, Whiskey Echo November Uniform Papa, Mudbug at 2. And 180. And that completes that. ILS and localizer is 109.9. That's runway 11 in Nolans. We'll program that in a little bit later. And passenger boarding is complete. Go ahead and close the bay doors. Almost done with the passengers. And I guess we will stay on Unicom for right now. 122.80. That's a shame that Minneapolis Center went offline. Would have been nice to get the flight started on a good note, but that's fine. All right, we have completed passenger boarding. Go ahead and close the main exit door. Go ahead and start our pre-start checklist. Parking brake set, throttle idle, landing gear lever checked down, flaps up, spoilers retracted, fuel quantity is checked, fuel pumps off, battery master switch on. APU on, APU generator on, panel lights as required, no smoking, fasten seatbelt signs are on, pitot probe heat off, wing anti-ice off, engine anti-ice off, hydraulic pumps on, beacon lights on, pre-start checklist complete. Go ahead and undock the jetway at this time. And we'll be taxiing out to 30 left via Alpha down to Alpha 1. So let's go ahead and get the party started. Go ahead and mode C, start my ACARS.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
And while we're preparing for pushback, please enjoy our in-flight safety video.
Hello, Captain. We
Welcome
are ready
aboard,
for pushback.
and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency, so it's important to pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer.
All carry-on items should now be stored securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. And all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should be clear. Your mobile phones and other electronic devices should be turned off. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you can use approved electronic devices. But note that some items, such as phones, may not be used in flight at any time. You'll find a list of approved electronic devices in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine. If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating on the back of the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
Are you okay sitting by the emergency exits?
If you're unable or prefer not to perform these functions, just let us know and we'd be happy to find you another seat. As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle or press the latch to release. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, you should keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air. For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs located throughout the cabin, as well as any crew member instructions.
Nose to the right, tail to the left.
Smoking is not allowed on any Delta
Parking
flight.
brakes released.
And federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector. There are 8 exits on this plane, 4 doors, 2 on each side, and 4 window exits over the wings. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss
Minneapolis
of power
traffic,
and
Delta
cabin visibility is
1626
reduced,
pushing
the
back
white
from
emergency lights near
Lindbergh
the floor will
onto
lead you to red
Alpha,
lights, which indicate an exit.
and we'll be
Please
starting
take a moment
engines
to
from
find
there,
the exits
Minneapolis
closest
traffic.
to you. And remember, they might be behind you. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull a mask toward you until the tube is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry.
Beautiful day for flying. Weather's
Be sure to
favorable
adjust
here
your
in
own mask
Minneapolis
before
and
helping
also
others.
down in
A
Nolans.
water evacuation is also unlikely.
So a
but
little bit
just in
overcast,
case,
but
life
down
vests are
closer to
located
the
under your
ground,
seats in
it
the economy
is
cabin. If you're seated in the first or business class cabin,
over 10
life
miles
vests are either
visibility
between your
with
seats,
a little
under
bit of
your
light
seats,
rain.
or in a compartment under your armrest. To use, pull the tab to remove the vest from its container,
More
and then open
upper
the
level
pouch.
clouds kind of pushing the rain
Slip the vest
around.
over
so.
your head. Fasten the 2 straps to the front of the vest, and then adjust the straps loosely around your waist. If your vest has only 1 strap, wrap it around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front. As you
Parking
leave the
brake
plane,
set.
inflate the vest by pulling
Engine
down
startup
on the red
checklist.
tabs
Parking
at the
brake
bottom of the
on.
vest.
Thrust
Or
levers idle.
manually
Engine area
inflate it
check
by
clear.
blowing into the tubes
Start
at shoulder
switches
level. You
are
can
on.
activate a light by
Round
pulling down on the tab in front.
ignition.
If your
Fuel
vest
pumps
doesn't have a
are
tab, the
on.
light
We'll
will
start with
activate
the left
automatically
engine
in the
and
water.
then the right engine.
If necessary,
and
we'll distribute
starting
infant life
engine
vests
number
or other
1.
flotation devices for children who weigh 35 pounds or less. Also, most seat cushions can be used for flotation. Now, before we
Looks
take
like we have
off,
somebody
be
else
sure your
pushing
seat is
back
upright
from
and
an
locked.
adjacent
Your tray
gate.
table is put away, and all carry-on items are properly stowed. As we come through the cabin for our final safety checks, please let us know if you have any questions.
Got several 737s on the ground here in Minneapolis. We got ourselves heading down to New
Thanks for your
Orleans,
attention.
one heading to Denver,
Enjoy your
one to
flight.
St. Louis. And good start on engine 1, starting engine 2. Good start on engine number 2. Go ahead and shut the APU off at this time. And we've got a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Before taxi checklist, nav lights on, taxi lights on. Flaps 5. Flaps 5 indicating 5. Flight director on. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Autopilot off. Heading indicator set for 220. We'll adjust that if we have to once we get to the runway. Radio 80.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Radio and avionics are set.
Left is clear.
Flight director again is on. Transponder mode C. Flight control check. Flight control check is complete before taxi checklist is complete. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1626 taxiing to runway 30 left via Bravo and Alpha, Minneapolis traffic. B speeds, V1 145, VR 150, V2 160.
On company traffic up to 30 left from Gulf 19.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1124 taking off runway 30 left with a left downwind departure to the south.
And before takeoff checklist, flight instruments check, engine instruments check, nav equipment check, got our takeoff data, landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobes on, PTOT and de-ice on, auto throttle is armed. Before takeoff checklist is complete. And we'll...
Minneapolis traffic, primary 4211, taxi 30 left via Tango Mike Whiskey will cross 22.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1626 holding short runway 30 left at Alpha 1 for departing traffic. Minneapolis traffic. And looks like he's airborne. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1626 departing runway 30 left, left turn. After departure, heading south, Minneapolis traffic.
$80 knots.
80 knots, check.
V1, rotate. V2.
Positive rate, gear coming up.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 850 will be Line up with a weight 30 left, departure traffic.
And flaps are coming up. Nice departure out of Minneapolis.
Minneapolis traffic. Delta 850 on the roll 3 left, left turn out, southwest. Minneapolis.
And we'll go ahead and engage LNAV and VNAV. Climb out checklist, autopilot on, altitude set, airspeed set, heading set, lights will come on, landing lights will come off above 10,000 feet. LNAV, VNAV are engaged. Climb out checklist is complete.
Minneapolis traffic, primary 4211, takeoff 30 left. We're going to Dallas.
There are a whole bunch of 737s. And passing through 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off. So Kansas City Center has 2 controllers. Memphis has 4. Don't know how many Houston has yet. And passing through 15,000 for 350. Everything's looking good. Cruise checklist. Flight level 180, altimeter 2 standard, 299 autopilot check, radios check, lights as required, instruments and fuel quantity are checked. Cruise checklist is complete. Passing 18.5 for 350. And if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. This is Delta1626, nonstop service from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Louis Armstrong International Airport in Nolens. And passing through 24.5 for 350. So I hope everybody had a great week, and hope everybody had a really good Valentine's Day. Wifey and I had a wonderful time this week, getting out and doing some things. Finally got out of the house and went plane spotting for the first time in darn near 2 months down at Hart Maynard. Had a great afternoon down there. And then we had Valentine's Day on Wednesday. We kind of celebrated at home, though Rebecca's younger brother and his wife took us and Rebecca's dad and stepmom to dinner, because not only was it Valentine's Day coming up, Rebecca's birthday was yesterday, and her stepmother's birthday is in just a couple days as well. And for Super Bowl Sunday, we went over to Rebecca's older brother's house. Had some wings and some goodies over there. Got to see the nieces and nephews for a little while. And tomorrow, we're doing another combined birthday brunch at a local restaurant here in the area, and that'll be tomorrow afternoon. So it's been a pretty busy week. Health-wise, I've been feeling pretty good. Nothing to complain about. And passing through 330-435. And 1,000 to go. And leveling off at 350. So yeah, I was very excited to finally get down to the airport, do some spotting. Like I said, it's been darn near 2 months since I've been down to do any sort of photography. And got some good shots. Got some Air France and some cutter action. If I was going to reckon a guess, I'd probably say we're probably going to be on 120.725. So yeah, caught Air France has been sending a Dreamliner instead of the usual A350, and then a later Air France flight usually comes in on a 777-200. Cutter is still flying the 777-3 into Atlanta. We haven't had an A350 in quite a long while. And shot some really short video of me taking photographs of the aircraft, and that's going to get integrated into a new channel intro video that I'll be working on here shortly. And we picked up quite a few new subscribers over the last week or so. I'd like to welcome everybody to the channel and thank you for helping the channel grow more and more. We're greatly appreciative of that. Funny that my Apple Watch is telling me that I've been getting a lot of movement in today, and I've literally been sitting here for the last hour. I guess moving my arm around constitutes exercise and movement. It's kind of funny, my day-to-day routine. You think that I don't get a lot of steps in, but I actually get more. I get a minimal amount of exercise, wandering around the house, taking care of the wife and other little things, you know, go to the store, run an errand. I reckon they do add up. It certainly doesn't feel like it. And my watch is calibrated, so I don't think there's any issues with that. Looks like there's an event tonight. Everybody heading in and out of Dallas-Fort Worth. Which is fine with me. I do like the events, but with B-Pilot being unpredictable in its CPU usage when there's a high amount of traffic online, and it causes the flight sim to spit and sputter, so to speak, then I don't mind flying through the airspace and hearing the chatter, but I don't want to be a part of the Great Conga Line to whichever airport is on the receiving end of an event. Doesn't mean that I've given up completely on flying in events. tiny bit of chop up here at 35,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and keep the seatbelt sign on. It's like 125.72. So Cameron Perkins is running the show tonight, so let's go ahead and switch over. Kansas City Center, good evening. Delta 1626, flight level 350.
Delta 1626, Kansas City Center, ident.
Sending an ident, Delta 1626.
Delta 1626, short contact 50 miles northeast of Kirksville, you are flight level 350.
Flight level 350, correct.
American 799D, set a pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Pilot's discretion 240, 799.
Kind of picking up that staticky feeling in vPilot like I usually do, and things really start bogging down, but we'll let it go.
1124, contact St. Louis approach 132.12, text later.
Over to approach 132.125. 1124.
Center Delta 1459 requesting 5 minutes out.
Yeah, it's approved as requested. Report when you're back.
We'll report when I'm back. Thank you.
About a 41 reroute when you're ready. Delta 41 a reroute when you're ready. Delta 41, Kansas City Center. Chautauqua 1847, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
3255, Chautauqua 1847, thanks. Smoke I get it.
FedEx 1309, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Over to Memphis 13255, FedEx 1309, thanks for the help.
Delta 1423, contact Memphis Center 124.27.
124.27, Delta 1423.
Kansas City Center, good evening. Airline 1104, 13,000 for 15,000.
Airline 1104, Kansas City Center, climb change level 310. Actually, climb change level 290, that's your final.
290, that's the final. Airline 1104, thanks.
Center, good evening. American 1655 with you, passing 11,000 for 15,000.
American 1655, Kansas City Center, climb change level 300.
I maintain 300, American 1655.
Delta 41, Kansas City Center, how do you read?
5x5.
I have a reroute, advise when you're ready to copy.
We're ready to copy 41 Heavy.
Delta 41 after the Razorback VOR, direct Fort Smith, Foxtrot, Sierra Mike, direct Arnett, Romeo, November Echo Tango, to join the bridge for arrival into DFW, maintain flight level 380.
We will go to Foxtrot Sierra Mike, then Romeo, November Echo Tango, and then the bridge for arrival for Fort Worth.
Delta 41, it's after the Razorback VOR, direct Fort Smith.
Roger, after the Razorback VOR.
I'll need a call sign with the readback, sir.
4180.
Thank you.
KC Center, good day. Citation 957 Charlie Mike is at Higginsville. That's Hotel India Golf. Looking for clearance to Myrtle Beach.
November 957 Charlie Mike out of Kansas City Center 120.72.
All right, 2072 Charlie Mike. Good night.
Just changed a setting in vPilot. Let's see if that makes any difference.
American 01, turn 30 degrees left, short vector for sequence into DFW.
Roger, 30 degrees left, American 01. Kansas Center, Delta 515 at flight level 390, checking in.
Delta 515, Kansas City Center, roger.
KC7 Charlie Mike's back with you. How the other sector just told me to contact you.
Air 7 Charlie Mike, Kansas City Center, roger. Stand by number 1.
Yeah.
American 799, descend via the Kayla 3 arrival. St. Louis is heading northwest. St. Louis altimeter 3018.
Kayla 3 landing northwest, 799 lead.
November 227 Papa Whiskey, descend via the Arch 2 arrival. St. Louis landing northwest. St. Louis altimeter 3018.
We'll see if disabling the ATC sound effects makes any difference in all this.
Turkish 191, request flight level 400.
Turkish 191, climb maintain flight level 400.
Climb flight level 400, thank you, Turkish 191.
Delta 909, descend to maintain flight level 310.
Center Delta 1459, we're back.
Roger, thanks. Southwest 909, descend to maintain flight level 310.
Descend maintain flight level 310, Southwest 909.
Yeah, I just don't know if that really makes that big of a difference or not.
November 9057 Charlie Mike, cleared from the Higginsville Airport to the Myrtle Beach Airport as filed. On departure, maintain 7000, expect flight level 410 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.72, squawk 7403, hold for release.
Alright, 7 Charlie Mike, clear, file, maintain 7, expect 41 and 10, 2572, 7403, squawk, hold for release.
Number 9057 Charlie Mike, your readback is correct. Hold for release, advise number 1 for the active there at Higginsville.
7 Charlie Mike, we'll let you know when we're holding short.
American 01, cleared direct, Razorback VOR.
Cleared direct,
Romeo Zulu Charlie. American 1655, turn 20 degrees right, vectors for sequence into DFW.
20 degrees right, back into sequence, American 1655.
Turkish 191, say Mach number.
Mach number 0.87, Turkish 191.
Roger, thanks.
Now he's trucking it. So the CPU usage spikes out occasionally at 100%, but I can't tell. I guess I'll just have to look at the processes and see.
Kansas City Center, hello, Delta 37 with the climb at 15,000.
Delta 37, Kansas City Center, verify.
What causes it to?
Passing 9,500.
Delta 37, Roger, maintain flight level 300.
300, Delta 37.
American 799, connect channel Spirit 132.12.
132.12, 799, thanks for the help.
Square Wings 1104, Chicago Center is closed, frequency change approved. Square Wings 1104, Chicago Center is closed, frequency changes approved.
Sorry about that, over to Unicom. Have a good night, stay safe.
Yeah, prepared occasionally spikes over 50% CPU usage. But everything else is negligible usage on the CPU. I don't understand why I have
KC Center 957 Charlie Mike, short of 3-4, taking full holding for release.
these
957 Charlie
issues.
Mike, upon entering controlled airspace. Fly runway heading. Your release for departure. Clearance void if not off by 0140 Zulu. The time now is 0132.5. If not off by 0140, advise this frequency.
Alright, now up in 8 minutes, we'll let you know on under control airspace heading 340.
Hey, wifey.
Charlie Mike, read that correct? Talking in there.
Wifey has
909.
entered the chat.
Closed. Frequency changes approved.
Have a good night. Southwest 909.
Hey, American 1655, you can expect to be on this heading for, we'll call it another 2.5 minutes just for planning purposes.
Roger, 1655.
American 01, say Mach number.
American 01 is at Mach point 80 right now.
That is American 01. American 01, say Mach number.
We're the guys going Mach 72.
Roger, American 01, maintain Mach point 77 or greater.
Watching anything good?
Roger, Mach 77.
My darling? Yeah, VPilot is not really using any CPU power at all. In fact, Prepared is the only thing that's using anything above it averages between 40 and 55% CPU usage. And we're only using half.
227 Papa Whiskey, contact
42% of the memory is being used by the system. So I just don't see what.
Correction, American 1655, say your Mach number.
I just don't see what would be causing
Currently Mach.
the stuttering in the flight simulator when.
American 1, correction, American 01, contact Fort Smith.
Direct Fort Smith. 01.
KC Center 957 Charlie Mike, 6.5 7000, heading 340.
957 Charlie Mike, radar contact 5 north of Higginsville. Cleared direct plus, contact hold up 410.
Operations check, direct plus up 4107 Charlie Mike.
And, wifey's watching a Lifetime Movie Network movie. If it were Christmas, or Christmas in July, she'd be watching Hallmark. Other than that, it's LMN. So if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. This is Michael, aka Sky's the Limit. This is the Sky's the Limit Aviation Channel. This is Delta 1626, nonstop service to
Turkish 191, contact Fort Smith.
New Orleans, out of Minneapolis.
Direct to Fort Smith, Turkish 191.
Cruising at flight level 350. Mach point 81.
American 1655, contact Razorback.
Say again for American 1655.
American 1655, contact Razorback, Romeo Zulu Charlie.
Clear direct, Razorback, American 1655.
I really don't see anything that's running in the background that would cause that much interference in the flight simulator that it starts to stutter and stammer. Especially V-Pilot and
American
prepared in
01, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
132.55, American 01.
So.
The only high spikes that I'm seeing from the CPU usage are really just from prepared. Like there's a spike that just literally went into the 90s. So something is making the flight sim client spike out on the CPU enough where it starts interfering with the air traffic control, where it starts to stutter. And all the other stuff associated with it. So might have to post something up on Reddit or something maybe and see what's happening over there. The only programs currently running besides Flight Simulator are VATSIM, which I guess I really don't generally need to have running, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's nice to it's nice when planning, but it's not like a critical thing I have to have. And of course, V-Pilot for my communication.
American 1, same Mach number.
Mach 0.82 for American 1.
Roger, thanks.
Of course, but you've got fast up here.
And then, of course, OBS, which is capturing and broadcasting out the live stream, prepared itself. And then I've got my ACARS that runs in the background, minimized into the tray. The weather goes minimized into the tray.
Kansas City Center, American 3014, flight level 3990.
American 3014, Kansas City Center, good evening.
The client for GSX,
Center Delta 37, requesting
SPAD,
340.
and then I've got my
340.
340, Delta 37.
I've got my GPU and CPU temperatures monitoring, and I've got Task Manager open. That's my weather, that's the Windows security, and you can't really, that's always running in the background. I don't know that I can get out of it.
1655, Coderk Razorback.
Oh well.
Actually, American 1655, Coderk Fort Smith.
Direct, Fort Smith, American 1655.
American 1, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Roger, over to Memphis Center 132.55, American 1, have a good night.
So.
Yeah, when VPilot starts getting staticky like that, I don't see any additional CPU usage out of it. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's just a simulation.
Turkish 191, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
122.55, thank you very much, good night. Turkish 191.
So.
Get passed down to Memphis Center here pretty soon.
Burger 1659, contact Memphis Center 132.55. We'll talk to you later.
Set for American 1655.
The only one, American 1659, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Just double checking. I think you said Turkish 1655, but we'll contact Memphis Center on 132.55, American 1655.
Okay, so I just had a CPU spike, and it was right around the time that the weather engine cued a change in the weather, and then it dropped back down. I wonder if that might just have something to do with it. Or not.
The 1626, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
32.55 for Memphis Center, Delta 1626. See ya.
Delta 1626, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Memphis on 132.55 for Delta 1626. Good night.
See ya.
.5.
Delta 515, request frequencies change if there are no ADC instructions.
American 1, clear direct RNet.
Clear direct RNet for American 1.
Memphis Center, good evening. Delta 1626, flight level 350.
Delta 1626, Memphis Center, roger. And American 1, be advised, you got company American 01 on frequency. I'm sure you know that from Kansas already.
Oh, yes, sir. We are advised. That's actually my flight instructor in real life. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, how nice.
Yes, sir. We love flying, burnt down, very trashed out Cessna 172 together.
Center, good evening. Delta 1459, 300.
Delta 1459, Memphis Center, roger.
Okay, I'm going to disable the realistic ATC stuff again and see how that does.
Turkish 191, got to bring you down one more Mach number, maintain a Mach points 83.
We reduced to Mach point 83, Turkish 191.
America 1655, maintain Mach point 75.
Mach point 75, 1655.
Memphis Center, Southwest 1440, flight level 310. Good evening.
South 1440, Memphis Center, good evening. America 1655. This will be a little easier. What's your indicated airspeed?
Currently indicated 283, American 1655.
America 1655, maintain 265 knots.
265 knots for American 1655.
American 01 for spacing, fly heading 270. American 1 Rider clear, direct Arnett, and American 01, flying 270.
Turning 270 now, American 01.
Stocker 1847 back.
Stocker 1847, right. Delta 1459 for overtaking some traffic ahead going to Fort Worth. Do you want to go up or down?
I can go either way, whichever one is better for you.
Whichever one you prefer.
We can go up.
Delta 1459, climb and maintain flight level 320.
320, Delta 1459.
Stockway 1847, contact forward center 134.4, correction 135.45. Stockway 1847, Fort Worth 135.45.
Yes, sir. 3545, Stockway 1847.
Good night.
So to give you an idea of what we're dealing with the event tonight, here's VATSIM, and we're right here, and here's the numerous conga lines heading into Dallas-Fort Worth. They've got 22 departures and 6 arrivals currently, and Dallas Love Field has 16 departures and 8 arrivals. So that's how things are looking on VATSIM this evening.
Memphis Center, Delta 526, 12,000 for 16,000.
Delta 526, Memphis Center, roger, I'll fire for you shortly.
Roger, Delta 526.
Delta 526, climb maintain flight level 320 and contact Memphis Center 124.27.
Delta 526, can you verify that altitude, sir, about that?
Delta 526, flight level 320.
Delta 526, we'll head up to flight level 320 and contact center on 124.27. See ya.
Turkish 191, thank you very much for the help. Maintain Mach 0.84 now.
We are going to Mach 0.84, Turkish 191.
Southwest 1440, contact Kansas City Center 125.72.
125.72 for Southwest 1440.
American 01, turn left heading 250.
Left heading 250, American 01.
Kansas City's on 120.725, Southwest 1440.
Southwest 1440, negative 125.72, 2572.
I have a quick question, because this has confused me before. The list of frequencies in the vPilot app, sometimes those could be different than what's actually going on?
Not this time. He's actually in the list. I got K21 and K94. You're going to K94 on 2572.
Roger, I appreciate the explanation. Thank you so much. The Southwest 1440. And next time I will not try to tell you how to do your job.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Roger, thanks. I'll see you.
Yeah, we do run the frequency not on the list sometimes, but...
On an event like this, there's so many frequencies, it's a little confusing.
If you're just joining us on the live stream, welcome. My name's Michael. This is Sky's Limit Aviation Channel. This is Delta 1626, nonstop service from Minneapolis to Nolens, Louisiana. Hope everybody's having a really good Friday night. Looks like we have transitioned out of the snowy cold climes and getting into the warmer southern weather. So I've been thinking about my FMS and being able to engage my LNAV and VNAV, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small panel with the buttons attached for my FMS functions that I can just pop up
American 01, turn left heading 150. This should be your last turn.
Left heading 150, American 01.
Because whenever I want to engage my LNAV and VNAV, I have to go over to the 2D cockpit.
Memphis Center, Southwest 346 at flight level 370.
This area right here.
Delta 1626, contact Memphis Center 124.902.
24.92 for Delta 1626. Good night.
Memphis Center, good evening. Executive 155, flight level 400, smooth ride.
Executive 155, Memphis Center, roger. Let me know when you want to start down into Columbia.
Right.
Clear direct fuel, jet 24701.
Memphis Center, good evening. Delta 1626 with you, flight level 350.
Delta 1626, Memphis Center, roger.
So anyways, so when I want to engage my FMS or, open up my EFIS control, I don't use the MCU button at all.
Yeah, I completely forgot about you. Yeah, land us offline for exchange device approved. You have a nice one.
I have to go over to the 2D cockpit, and there's really not a way that I know of to integrate it into the 3D cockpit other than
Does he have food in his mouth?
Creating.
Sounds like it.
I got KFC in my mouth.
I'm not gonna even respond to that, other than KFC is finger licking good. So I was thinking of just making a small panel
Roger, I
with
have
the 4
shortly
buttons.
here for you in the next 2 minutes.
And
JetBlue 4701, maintain Mach 0.78.
Maintain Mach 0.78, JetBlue 4701.
Southwest
Just go from
875, clear direct view.
Direct view, Southwest 875.
Memphis Center, American 1401, flight level 300.
that way I don't have to bounce back and forth, because I'm really digging flying in the 3D cockpit now, and I do that much more frequently now than I do the 2D.
Correction,
But I
Southwest
gotta
875,
go to the
clear
2D
direct.
cockpit to engage LNAV and VNAV.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, who's the other guy climbing out?
I shift F7 to open up the FMS.
I'm sorry, American 1401, Memphis
But I
Center.
don't have
Hello.
that type of functionality to do the LNAV and VNAV. I always have to pop back over to the
American
2D.
355, contact Memphis
screen,
approach
so-
for 125.8. Delta
So there we go.
1448, contact Memphis Center 124.27.
12427 over to Memphis Center, Delta 1448, thank you.
There will be something that we do over
Delta 875, resume normal speed.
this week and just integrate it into all my cockpits.
Delta 875, resume normal speed. American 1825, clear direct view.
Direct view, American 1825.
Blue Street 5526, clear direct view.
Direct view, Blue Street 5526.
American 479, contact Fort Worth Center 135.45.
135.45, American 479.
Delta 168, contact Fort Worth Center 135.45.
Fort Center 135.4. Delta 168.
DACOM 11 fixed for help, contact Fort Worth Center 135.45.
Not a problem, man. 135.45, DACOM 11. Have a good night, dude.
American disregard. American 1054, contact Memphis Center on 132.55. American 1054, contact Memphis Center on 132.55.
13255, American 1054.
Delta 1626, contact Memphis Center 128.27.
2827 for Delta 1626. See ya.
Southwest 1514, KMSY.
27.
My apologies, the 7VA to Holbrook 3 arrival.
Holbrook 3.
Memphis Center, good evening, Delta 1626, flight level 350.
Delta 1626, Memphis Center, welcome.
So we've got Houston Center online, New Orleans approach, and then ground. Looks like only 4 arrivals coming in and a whole bunch of departures, all of them heading up to the Dallas area. Yeah, we're about 38 minutes out from our destination, a little less than 300 nautical miles. A little bit of a crosswind, 260 at 123 knots. And this is my second time flying since I downloaded all my Orbix scenery enhancements. Everything continues to look really, really good. I have an A321neo. But it is not painted in Delta colors, so other thing that I usually wind up doing is you see how wicked this crosswind is. It's really pushing this off course. Pretty decent bits. So we got about 140 nautical miles to our top of descent. cockpit. So yeah, about 140 miles from top of descent. A little less than that. We'll see what happens once we get on the ground. ATC got awfully quiet. So if you look at the display, this line right here is our course on the flight plan, and the winds are kicking the nose to the right. So those heavy winds up here at 350 are not slowing us down. We're maintaining still Mach 0.80, 0.81. Just gives us an odd vantage point. Check the ATIS in Nolans. Information Charlie. Winds are 180 at 8 knots.
Back at the center, Air Sprint 101's 4204430.
Airsprite 71, Memphis Center.
Overcast at 11,000, altimeter 299.7, ILS runway 11.
Airsprite 71, radar contact 30 miles to the east of
Why, hi, Mom.
level 432, climb maintain level 4.
My wonderful mom has joined the chat. Welcome. How are you doing? So, let's see. Weather in New Orleans, overcast at 11,000 feet, 17-mile visibility, altimeter 299.7. Arrivals expect ILS 11 approach, except aircraft inbound from north through southeast. Expect runway 20. Mom says she is chilling. Yeah, that's what we've been doing as well, just kind of chilling out.
3323 Airsport Center.
So I don't know what to make of the ATIS for New Orleans. If I should just go ahead and continue on runway 20, or expect runway 20, or just take the ILS runway 11 approach. I've got 11 programmed in, but we'll see what happens once I get a little bit closer into Houston's airspace. Oh, Dateline, great show. Becca likes watching that. They have a whole channel down here totally dedicated to just Dateline reruns on Xfinity. So welcome to the live stream. Very surprised that my mom has dropped in. This is Delta 1626, nonstop service from Minneapolis to Louis Armstrong International Airport in Nolens. Flying the 737-800, cruising at flight level 350, Mach 0.81. About 100 nautical miles from our top of descent. Just checking the ATIS information for New Orleans, and it's a little bit confusing because I'm coming in from the north, so I don't know if I should just set up for runway 20 or expect the ILS 11, because I don't know.
Delta 1220, contact Fort Worth Center 3355, and sorry about the confusion earlier.
No problem, my friend. 3355 for Delta 1220. Good night.
Charts. Approaches. So runway 20 does not have an ILS.
Delta 1626 to center, maintain flight level 290.
Out of 35 for 290, Delta 1626. Turn off the VNav. That's why I want to just make a panel for this so I don't have to switch back and forth between the cockpits. Okay, I'm going to redo the ATIS. New Orleans information, ATIS Charlie. 0153 Zulu, winds 1808 knots. Overcast at 11,000. 299.7's the altimeter. Arrivals expect ILS runway 11 approach, except aircraft inbound from the north or southeast. Expect runway 20. Departing runway 20. Notice to all airmen. ASSC in use, squawk altitude on surface areas, bird activity in the vicinity of airport, read back all hold short instructions. Advise that you have information Charlie. So since I am coming in from the north, so I'm going to, let me go into my charts.
Delta 1626, contact Houston Center 1 at 32.77, underground flight. Correction, 134.42, sorry, 134.42.
34.42 for Houston, Delta 1626, see ya. 134.42. Houston Center, good evening. Delta 1626, leveling off at flight level 290.
Delta 1626, Houston Center, roger. You said, Kuwait 2, you wanted to go to Dallas Executive?
Yeah, we're heading over to Dallas Executive, Kilo Romeo Bravo Delta.
Center American 2013, we're back with you.
Roger. Alright, Kuwaiti 2, I have an amendment, or a correction, I have a clearance advised, ready to copy.
Good, it's ready to copy.
Kuwaiti 2, cleared to the Dallas Executive Airport via direct Alexandria to join the DOJ-6 arrival. That's Delta, Oscar, Delta, Juliet, Echo 6. Maintain flight level 400.
Alright, clear to Executive, direct Alexandria to join the Dodge 6 arrival, maintaining 400, Kuwait 2.
Right, 2, read back correct.
Houston, Blue Streak 1123 on a heading of 220. Just confirm we're on our way to Dallas, or should I just log off?
Blue Streak 1123, right now I cannot send anybody to Love Field. I really can't control that. If you want to disconnect, I understand because you're going to be holding for a while. But if you want to hold, it's not that big of a deal for me.
Okay, so what's the hold for 1123?
1123, Fort Worth put out a traffic management initiative to hold all aircrafts into Love Field because they can't fit enough. There's too many planes going into Love Field right now, and they're not able to handle that many aircrafts in the airspace at once.
I thought we were supposed to be feeling the love.
So 1123, I just maintain my heading of 220?
Affirmative. I'm going to turn you north here pretty soon to enter a hold.
Okay, thanks. 1123.
And Kuwait.
Never 1916.
Never 1916. Houston Center, stand by 1 sec. Kuwaiti 2, resume normal speed.
Normal speed.
Mom says I should expect runway 20.
And Never 1916, go ahead.
Yeah, we're going into DFW. Is there any delays into DFW?
Not in the DFW, everything's just in the Love Field right now.
Copy, thank you.
Houston Center, Delta 8888, request.
Aircraft on to Delta 8888, Houston Center, go ahead.
Houston Center, we are going to be having some fuel issues here. We'd like to request divert to George Bush Intercontinental, India Alpha Hotel.
UPS 783, Houston Center, contact Houston Center on 126. Or correction,
yeah, I know, I'm the one flying the plane, but I gotta follow what air traffic control tells me, so.
Delta 8888, cleared to the Houston George Bush Airport via direct link. Join the Link 1 arrival.
Cleared to George Bush Airport via Link 1 arrival.
The flight plan said to ILS runway
3210
11.
descend via the Link 1 arrival, the Houston altimeter 2995.
But ATIS is telling me otherwise, so whatever air traffic control tells me, that's what we'll do. If Travis can do it,
K-State
I can
78,
do
descend
it.
and maintain flight level 300.
Down to 300, K-State 78.
And he does it way more than I do.
Houston Center, Southwest 1813 is at flight level, well, we're at 16,000.
Southwest 1813, Houston Center, roger, climb and maintain flight level 310.
310, Southwest 1813.
Jet 69, descend and maintain flight level 290.
Flight level 290, Blissjet 69.
I
Houston Center,
don't know if
1515,
he's...
climbing 15,000, passing 13,000, heading
The
310.
last time I heard from him on
15, Houston
Facebook,
Center,
Travis
climb and
was
maintain flight level
in
340, clear
Europe.
Alexandria.
Climb maintain level
And
340,
that was during the Super Bowl.
direct Alexandria, so it's 1515.
And Southwest 1515, scratch at Clitoric Peanuts.
Clearly of peanuts is so it's 1515.
Usually I'll assume if he's not posting a lot on Facebook that he's probably in the air traveling.
Delta 1626, descend via the Trish 1 arrival, the New Orleans altimeter 2996.
Descend via the arrival, 2996 is the altimeter, and should I expect runway 20 or 11 for my arrival? I'm set up for 11 currently.
Delta 1626, since you're coming from the north, expect runway 20, but that's going to be with approach.
Alright. Alright, we'll expect runway 20.
Bullshit 69, let's see, I have some holding instructions for you, advise, ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Bullshit 69, Clitoric Alexandria, hold east of Alexandria on the 090 radial, 10 mile legs, expect further clearance 0245 Zulu.
Alright, clear direct Alexandria, hold east Alexandria, 090 radial, 10 mile legs, right turns, split at 69, I expect further clearance whenever you tell me.
Avianca 2914, new,
That's okay, I already know.
You already know?
Yep.
Roger. Bullshit 541, new, expect further clearance time 0250 Zulu.
Bullshit 541, we're
Guess
gonna
we'll expect
probably need to
runway
declare minimum
20.
fuel pretty soon.
Roger, just let me know where you want to go.
Actually, could we divert to Hobby, or correction, Intercon by Bullshit 541?
Bullshit 541, cleared to the Houston airport via direct link. Join the Link 1 arrival. Maintain flight level 360.
Alright, top of descent checklist, ACE information, check, we have Charlie.
What was the arrival for Bullshit 541?
Altimeter check,
direct link to join the Link 1 arrival,
radios and
Lima,
navigation
India,
check,
November,
fuel
Kilo,
quantity
Kilo
check,
1.
anti-ice descent speed as required, top of
Direct
descent
link
checklist
to the Link
complete.
1 arrival Bullshit 541.
Delta 8888, descend via the Link 1 arrival, the Houston altimeter 2995.
Descend via the arrival for Delta 8888.
And Center Bullshit 69, just to verify the expect further clearance time, you told somebody else 0250 Zulu, and that's already passed. I just want to make sure that my time is right, what I wrote down here.
Yeah, it just changed. I was going to call you. Time now is 0237 Zulu. Expect further clearance at 0250 Zulu.
Oh, wow, I'm stupid. Okay, I misread that. Thanks.
No worries.
Hey, Center Buffalo 737.
Buffalo 737, Houston's.
Can we get normal speed to Alexandria if we're going to have to hold? We're still at 77. We'd like to go a little faster.
Yeah, I don't have that in the scratch pad. Sorry about that. Maintain normal or resume normal speed.
Okay, normal speed, Buffalo 737.
Houston, we got 2914 request.
Go ahead.
Any chance for higher, just for fuel burn?
What would you like to go to?
360 if you can help it.
Avianca 2914, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, Avianca 2914. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, no worries. United 8888, resume normal speed. Delta 8888, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, Delta 8888.
Delta 1626, contact New Orleans approach 125.5.
Over to approach 25.50, Delta 1626, see ya.
Navianca 29.
Looks like we are on for runway 20. New Orleans approach, Delta 1626 with you, descending through 19.9 for 11,000 on the arrival with Charlie.
Delta 1626, New Orleans approach, good evening, New Orleans altimeter 29996, expect the RNAV Zulu from Rayup.
Right, so the RNAV Zulu for runway 20, Delta 1626. Is that what I pulled up? No, I pulled up the RNAV Yankee. RNAV Zulu.
Southwest 3516, contact Houston Center 134.42. We'll see you later.
Southwest 3516, what was that frequency again?
134.42 for Southwest 3516.
134.42.
Descending through 15 for 11,000. passing through 13 for 11. Approach checklist, seatbelt, no smoking signs remain on. APU start, APU generator on, avionics and radios set, speeds at our discretion or per ATC. Landing lights will come on below 10,000. Spoilers are armed, flaps as required. Approach checklist complete.
Delta 1626, descend and maintain 4,000, proceed direct ray-up.
Down to 4,000, direct ray-op, Delta 1626. And 10,000 feet, landing lights on. Passing through.
Delta 1626, cross the ray-op at or above 4,000 at ray-op, cleared the RNAV Zulu runway 20 approach.
Cross ray-op at or above 4,000, cleared for the RNAV Zulu, runway 20, Delta 1626. Flaps 1, speed check. Flaps 1 indicated. Final approach course to the runway will be 197. Once we get to ray-op. Flaps 5, speed check. Flaps 5 indicated. Flaps 15. Speed check. Flaps 15 indicated.
Delta 1626, be advised on my scope. It shows you about 1 mile to the left, of course.
Okay. Delta 1626 acknowledging, and we are making a correction.
Delta 1626, winds 1706, runway 20, clear to land. And if you don't mind, keep note of the bases on the approach, please.
Delta 1626, clear to rotor land, runway 20, Wilco on the bases. Gear coming down. Flaps 25, speed check. Got the runway in sight. this is going to not be an optimal landing.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Yeah, I'm pulling up. Thrust reversers.
Delta 1626, welcome to New Orleans. Right turn on Echo, contact ground point 9.
Right turn on Echo, ground point 9, and the bases were about 1,400 feet.
1626, Ryder, appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Orleans. Clean up the airplane, landing lights off, strobes off, taxi lights on, de-ice pitot heat off. New Orleans ground, Delta 1626, off the active, no preference on the gate.
Delta 1626, New Orleans ground, welcome. Taxi to... Go ahead and taxi to the south terminal, the one to your left, via Echo.
All right, south terminal via Echo, Delta 1626. We have landed, yay! Left turn here onto Echo. Parking brake set. Shutdown checklist. Parking brake set. Throttle idle engines to cut off. Hydraulic pumps off. Seatbelt sign, no smoking signs are off. Flight director off, auto throttle off. Wait for the jet bridge and we'll go ahead and turn off the APU. And APU off. Shutdown checklist is complete. And request deboarding. Not my best landing. But any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Go ahead and shut off our weather engine. Don't need that. End our flight. Minneapolis. File my. All right. 2918, got 81.2 hours till I get my next promotion. Next flight will be heading home. That'll be Delta 2542 from Nolens back to Atlanta. I'll be flying the 757. And with that, that's going to end tonight's live stream. I really appreciate everybody stopping by and keeping me company in the chat. Thanks to the wifey. Thank you so much to my mom for coming by saying hello. Love you both very, 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 very much. And this is Michael with Sky's Limit Aviation Channel wishing you a good rest of your Friday evening. Have a great weekend. We'll probably do another live stream on Sunday, heading back home to the ATL. Until then, y'all take care. Bye-bye.